Are you wanting more love in your life? Do you wonder, like, where is the love? Where is the love? Well, hey, if you haven't met me yet, I'm Nicolette Moore. We're gonna get into this, okay? Before we get into this, I just want you to know that I produce videos to help you live the best life that you can, for you to tap into the potential that's in front of you. So you know that, one, you've got somebody standing on your side. That's me, but I'm sure I'm one of many. But also, these videos are intended for you to walk away feeling amazing and ready to take on the rest of your day. So if that sounds like something that interests you, you know, feeling awesome, feeling amazing like you are, and being empowered to take on the rest of your day with joy and light, love and peace and happiness, and the faith to know that you can take on whatever challenges come your way, then I encourage you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be putting out these videos every day for you. So after we talk about how you can get some more love in your life, we'll do some work so you can get centered, present, and really get your mind right to take on the rest of your day, okay? So stick around for that. Now let's talk about love. Now, love is not something that's only designated for family and friends. I want to be very clear about that. Love is something that we should have for everyone. I believe John Lennon said, all you need is love. I actually have that tattooed on my rib cage. All you need is love. So how do you get more love in your life? Well, look, the reality of the matter is this. In order for you to get more love in your life, you've got to do this one thing. This one thing requires effort. It requires work, but it's so worth it. And that one thing, you got to decide to be more loving yourself. So decide to be more loving. What does that mean? Well, you're kind, compassionate, patient, peaceful, joyful to everyone. Instead of being cold and distant, lost in your own world, just focused on yourself, you're present with the people that you encounter and you're curious about them. The other day I went out to pick up some food. My husband and I were working late and we just had to order some food. We ended up getting some burgers, and I don't do gluten, so I got a little burger wrap. I had ordered on a delivery service, right? The delivery service failed us, didn't get us all of our items, so I had to go and pick up the food. Oh my gosh, it was okay, you know, it's not a big deal. But I went to go pick up the food. When I'm walking out of the restaurant, because the food had been waiting for us for quite some time and I had a little lettuce wrap, all these juices were spilling out of the lettuce wrap. The bag at the bottom was completely soaked through, and it's just something I didn't notice when I picked up the bag. I'm walking out of the store, I take a few steps into the parking lot, and bam! There's burgers and fries and a lettuce wrap all over the pavement. There was a lady that was in her car. She was getting up to walk into the restaurant. She looks at me and just keeps walking. I was fighting my self-righteousness for sure, because, you know, in my mind I'm like, why don't you help me? And that's really the thing, is if this woman had a more loving heart, she would have been willing to help me. And that's part of loving people. Loving even strangers is being willing to help, is being present to see somebody struggling, is being willing to extend yourself outside of your own comfort. Now, for a moment, I felt agitation and anger towards this woman, because I was just like, ugh. I didn't really need her help, but just the fact that she ignored me was like rude, or at least that's how I felt in the moment. But look, here's the thing. I have no idea what was going on with her. I also have no idea anything about her. How can I make all these judgments and all these assumptions about a person that, one, I don't know? I have no idea what life has thrown her way, what kind of experiences she's come across. I simply don't know. And so what's going to be better for me? Okay, this is totally selfish in this moment. What's going to be better for me? Is it going to be better for me to sit here and hold on to judgment and animosity and anger towards this person for not helping me? Oh, poor Nicolette. Or can I just let it go? Or can I forgive her in that moment for being unloving towards me? I choose forgiveness. I choose to just forgive it and let it go. I don't know anything about her, and I can't control her. I can't control anything that she chooses to do or not, right? So yeah, for a moment I felt it, right? For a moment I felt that anger and that agitation. But then as I breathed through it, I found my Zen spot, right? I found my peaceful place. I had to remind myself that this woman, she needs love just as much as I do. And I have no place to judge her because I have no context to. And I'm not going to let her and that situation be like some type of thing in my life that I hold on to. It's a lesson for me to learn, right? To just remember to give grace to those who may not be giving grace to me. And that is healing for my heart, and it's better for my heart. It's better for my life, my attitude, and my approach to life in general. The point is, it's the little acts of kindness that really exhibit and reflect who we are inside. Now, what she misses out on by ignoring people is rewards that she can't even understand. The thing is that when we do things for other people, when we exhibit love and we show love, it actually does amazing things to us inside. It makes us feel better about ourselves. It brings joy and delight into our lives. It fills our body with endorphins of just joy, serotonin release, just amazing things because we've done something exceptional. I'd almost say an act of kindness and an act of love towards a stranger is an act of love towards yourself. But moving on. That's just one small recent example, but that was a simple example, right? And now that you've decided you're going to be more loving because you want more love in your life, everything's going to be perfect. There's going to be rainbows everywhere you go and sparkles of light, and strangers are going to help you pick up French fries and burgers off the pavement, and life is perfect. Well, we know that's not true. Just because you've decided to be more loving doesn't mean you're not going to encounter crap. Doesn't mean you're going to encounter stressful situations, and it doesn't mean you're not going to encounter stressful interactions with people. Those that are strangers and those that are colleagues and those that are friends and family. You'll still encounter some stressful situations. So what do you do in those moments? Well, here's a trick that I use, and it's worked really successfully for me. I can say that I'm a human being, so it's not 100% effective, but I will say that whenever I consciously think about this and when I consciously put this in the forefront of my mind as I'm in a stressful situation with somebody, when I'm in a conversation that's ticking me off or really pushing my buttons, or I'm out and I witness people's crazy, nasty behavior, this is something I think about, and it's really helped me to be more chill, be more loving, and extend grace for people around me. So what is this trick? Well, look, it's good, but it's as good as you make it. It's a concept that it may take you a while to really embrace. Okay, so this one concept alone can turn your anger into compassion, your outrage into understanding, your agitation into patience, your disappointment into awareness, and your hatred into love. And this concept is this: the more a person expresses ugliness, negativity, lack, anger, all these nasty characteristics that nobody really likes, right? Nobody likes. The more they exhibit those characteristics, the more that they're actually just making a cry for love. So just like you're wanting more love in your life. The people that are around you that are being negative, that are causing you to feel like you're not getting the love that you want, they indeed are actually crying out for love too. I know it seems weird, and at times it will be a hard pill to swallow. It's easier said than lived out. It may seem warped to you to think that somebody being ugly and hateful to you is their way of saying, I need more love from you. But think about you and your reactions to people in your own life, especially the people that you care the most about. When they are not giving you what you want, are you loving to them in return, or do you repay evil for evil? In response to ugliness and negativity, do you give love and compassion, or are you ugly and negative? And tell me, how has that worked out for you? Because I can almost guarantee you that it has not served you well. The hardest thing is to humble yourself, to show the love that you want to receive. This is a journey that you have to walk out on your own. But the more love that you put out, the more love that you will get back. It will transform the way that you see other people. It will transform your personal relationships. It will transform the way that you interact with your colleagues and your clients. It will even transform the way that you do business from here on out. Because instead of thinking about people as numbers and people as monetary sums that are coming into your bank account, you can think about them as people that you love and you genuinely care for. And so your approach and how you serve them will be completely different too, which in turn will actually profit you more, because more people now will feel that love that you're extending to them. They may not be able to articulate it. You don't have to go around telling everybody, I love you. It's in your acts, it's in your words, it's in your behavior. But look, I understand this is something that is going to take a lot of effort into implementing, to changing your thought patterns, to change the way that you already interact, especially with people in your life at the moment that you may have behavioral patterns with already. But I can tell you from implementing this in my own relationship with my husband, as well as changing the way I think about other people using this tool, it's been incredible to help me find more joy, more peace, more surety, more optimism about life. And you might say to me, well, Nicolette, there's some ugly things that people do. There's some awful things that people do. Well, yeah, that's a cry for love. We were recently stolen from. Somebody robbed our vehicle, took over $1,000 worth of equipment, which sucked. It sucked. It's a sucky thing for somebody to do to us. But when I can humble myself and I can say, okay, well, let me take myself out of the equation and my wants and remove myself from the situation, the emotional attachment to the situation, and think about this person that actually came and stole from us. Think about somebody who is stealing. What kind of life are they living? What would put a person in a position to want to go and steal from me? This is not an easy exercise to do, but I tell you it's worth it because it will help you, first of all, to release yourself from anger and hatred. Anger and hatred tears you up. It will destroy you, and it's not worth it. So when you can think of people that are doing vile acts, criminal acts, awful acts, not that they're excusable, they're not excusable. I'm not saying that they're excusable, but to serve you, to make you live a life that is free and full of love, this is a practice that is well worth working on. So think about, we'll go back to my example with this robber, this thief. What put this person in a position where he or she felt the need to come into my vehicle and take things from me? Are there children at home that need to be fed and there needs to be money made to put food on the table? Is it that this person was abused as a child, doesn't know their own self-worth, and does this to get some type of validation that they are worth something to their compadres, to their friends, to show off and brag about what they did or what they were able to take from somebody else as a form of validation for who they are as a human being? It's not excusable, right? But that's heartbreaking if you think about it, to have somebody in a position where in order to feel like a man, or in order to feel like a woman, or in order to feel like validated as a human being, they have to steal. Or in order to put food on the table, they have to steal. Not excusable. But whenever you can reframe the way that you look at these things, and instead of being all about you, so instead of me being, well, we lost, and how dare somebody come and take from us, and how can somebody take our stuff? Instead of it all being self-centered and focused on me, when I stop thinking about me and I start extending my heart to this person, it just helps for me to find peace in the situation. It helps me to find compassion for the person in the situation. And it helps me to honestly feel better about myself and find more love for myself, because I'm able to see that I'm a compassionate human being, and that just makes me feel better. I don't have cortisol running through my veins every moment. I don't have, high stress over this situation, which is just decaying me from the inside out. And I am able to find peace and joy and be proud of myself for the fact that that's how I responded. It is a bit hard to articulate, and it's one of those things that I just encourage you to really work on. You'll find that it's so worth it. Now, how does this bring more love to your life? Well, look, at the end of the day, you cannot control how other people will love you. You won't be able to control how somebody shows you love, but the more love that you extend to others, the more love you will get back. It is a law of the universe, and it is just true. It's just true, but you'll never ever experience it. You'll never experience it in its fullness if you don't work it out and if you don't practice it. And another thought to consider when you think about these people with negative acts, or they're ugly, they're vile, they've just got yucky characteristics that you don't like. And hopefully you realize that if they have yucky characteristics you don't like, you're doing everything you can to not exhibit those same characteristics to other people, right? It's hard. But you should. But look, there is a quote by Buddha. Was it Buddha? I think it was Buddha. Be the change you want to see in the world. That is not some frou-frou quote, okay? Imagine if everybody woke up. Imagine if everybody wakes up tomorrow. Everybody in the whole world has watched this video. And everybody is like, oh yeah, I'll try it because I want more love, because we all want more love. And then tomorrow everybody has that frame of mind when approaching everybody. Strangers at the grocery store, while driving on the street to work, in the office with their coworkers, talking to their clients who are a payment or two behind, having the conversations with their teenagers at dinner with their family. Just imagine the shift in the entire world if you truly were the change that you want to see in the world. You want more love. How loving are you? These are thoughts to really take to heart. And I believe that you do take them to heart because you're here with me. These are definitely the hard questions we have to ask ourselves. If we want more for our lives, we have to be willing to give more. If we want more love, we have to be willing to give more love. And what we give, we receive. So that's the number one thing that you can do to get more love in your life, is to be more loving. And this goes far beyond anything with a love partner. This extends to all your relationships throughout your life. Now, trust me, I know it is hard to put the ego down, push that ego down, and just humble yourself, right? It's hard. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's so worth it. My husband and I used to fight over stupid, petty stuff. You know, something I couldn't even tell you today that we fought about. We would go days without talking, and we share a household with children, okay? For those parents out there, you know that's got to be challenging, right? It's challenging to have children in your household, and you have to be in the household with your spouse that you're pissed off with, and you're not talking at all. I mean, at all. And over what? Like, I couldn't even tell you right now some of the things that we've gone days without talking over, you know? And taking these principles to heart and really implementing them into our lives. I know we have not had a situation in years where we've gone, I know that we've been able to work on our mutual displeasure with each other in more loving and meaningful ways. And we're able to communicate better with each other with this in mind. Just knowing that we just want more love, and our frustration with each other is really just an expression of that. I'm just frustrated that he's not loving me the way that I think he should love me, and vice versa. And it's really, when you stop to think about it, it's kind of silly, but you know, we're human. We're human. It's okay to be human. It's just take these thoughts to heart and reframe the way that you think about your situations. And I promise you, you just got to walk this out. You just got to do it on your own. But it will be so worth it. Just remember, what you give out, you get back. So be mindful of how you respond and how you react to the people in your life and the situations in your life. If you want more love, give more love. And remember, those people that annoy you, and those people that are frustrating you, and those people that give you, and those people that you find you're in stressful situations with, they just want more love too. And their level of frustration and agitation with you, and vice versa, it's just expressions of a call for love. If you can remind yourself that this person is crying out for love, it's not going to make miraculous things happen in an instant, right? If you can remind yourself in those moments where you're really in a stressful situation or an interaction with somebody else, just remind yourself, this is a cry for love. Really, really, you might have to repeat it several times. That's okay. This is a cry for love. Remind yourself too, that's not necessarily you framing your mind this way doesn't necessarily mean that that person is going to change their behavior right now. And also, thinking this should calm you down, but if it doesn't, try. This person's crying out for love. This is a call for love. This is a call for love. This is a call for love. Do it. Do it internally. It will help you stay calm, and it will help you to deal with the situation in a more effective and productive way. And it helps to humble yourself, right? You're humbling yourself in this moment because you're not giving into that ego reaction where you have to prove yourself right in every single moment of every single interaction. You don't have to prove yourself right. Being loving towards somebody isn't about proving that you're better than them or that you're right in every situation. Being loving is being understanding, being patient, being kind, being compassionate, being understanding. What do those things mean? Those are things you got to reflect on, and you got to employ in your own reaction and responses to people if that's how you want people to respond to you in return. The question at the beginning was how to get more love in your life, and honestly, it's simply to give more love in return. I hope you can take this to heart and really chew on it. It's not going to be a magical overnight thing. This is just like success in any other area of your life. You got to work on it. You got to be consistent with it. I've been using this principle now for over 6 months or so, and it's been really great in the way that I view other people and interact with my husband especially. But even in dealing with my clients and the people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis, I am far more compassionate, understanding, and accepting of them because I have this love mindset instead of all about Nikki and what I want, I'm losing that. I'm dropping that so that I can love others. And in return, I'm getting more love. It's very powerful. You have to walk it out to experience it yourself. Now that you know what it is you need to get more love in your life, we'll do some breath work to get you just ready to get off this video and ready to take on the rest of your day to go love people that you encounter. And we're going to do some gratitude work so you can tap into that love so you're already ready to go. So find somewhere comfortable to sit and we'll get into it. All right, now that you've found a comfortable place to sit, let's get into some breath work. So all you have to do, this is so simple, okay? It just requires you to be present in the moment, mindful and present in the moment. So all you have to do is just be comfortable, either sit up or lay down, whatever you need to do to be able to extend your belly when you breathe. We don't want to be breathing from our chests. We want to have deep breaths in and out, okay? So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes and start breathing like that. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Try to expand and contract your abdomen, okay? So we just really want to get some deep breaths in. This is going to do a few things for you. So as I talk, I just want you to keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, deep breaths. And this does a few things. One, it creates mindfulness. We don't think about our breaths, so this is something that's really good for you to just practice daily. Think about your breaths, think about your breathing, and really work to fill those lungs up by filling them up and breathing all the way down to your belly. Now as you're breathing, you should feel pretty calm. Don't think about anything else. I just want you thinking about your breaths, and then now we're gonna kind of transition a little bit. We're talking about love and wanting to have more love in our lives. And we realize that we need to be more loving to get more love. Part of being loving and the capacity to love others, even if they're not loving, is the ability to find gratitude for the little things in your life. So I always ask, can you find 5 things right now while you're breathing, while your eyes are closed, while you're considering, while you're being present in the moment? Can you think about 5 things that you can be grateful for right now? My 5 are they always start with my breath, the fact that it gives me life and sustains my life. I'm so grateful that I have this breath. I'm grateful that I've got a pretty cool outside yard that I can walk around each morning. I'm grateful for all the sounds that are outside. The birds chirping and the traffic going by the highway that's a few blocks away. It reminds me that I'm not alone and that there's life all around me. And I'm grateful for people like you. They want more love, but they acknowledge and accept the fact that they have to be more loving in return to get the love that they want. Those are my compadres. Why do I keep saying compadres? I don't know. Those are my people. So as you have your eyes closed and you're thinking about the 5 things that you're so grateful for in this moment, I want you to put your left hand over your heart. Your left hand over your heart, and I want you to really just feel that gratitude just swell up. Feel that gratitude for those things swell up in your heart. In your heart, you should feel the swelling and feel the joy your heart is feeling. And with your heart full of gratefulness, you're feeling pretty awesome. And you're thinking about these 5 little things. They don't have to be big. They can be. They can be simple. You're thinking about your 5 and you're feeling pretty happy. I want you to take that feeling and take it with you the rest of the day. And I want you to think about doing that. Think about what you expect for the rest of your day, and think about taking this love with you, this gratefulness, and extending it throughout the day to everybody you meet and in all situations you encounter. And think about how much more joy you're going to have as you lay your head down tonight, knowing that you extended love, gratitude, you were patient and kind and understanding, and you were able to remember in those stressful moments and those conflicting interactions, that person just needs more love. They're crying out for love. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And as you're thinking about this awesome day that's ahead of you, I want you to think about the goals that you're working on. This is something that's so important because I know that you are a world changer. And in order to be a world changer, that means you've got big plans for your life. And if you have big plans for your life, that means you got to do things to make those plans happen. So I want you to think about what's one thing that you can do today to make that happen. One thing. It doesn't have to be big. Just think about one thing. What can you do today to make these big plans that you have for yourself happen? Just identify it, think about it, and execute on it. If it's as simple as just getting out a piece of paper and writing down this exercise because you know that that's going to make you be the best person that you can be, then do it. Taking simple, small steps every day will help you to be that person that you're looking to be and have the outcomes in life that you want to have. So I encourage you to identify that one thing and execute on it, okay? And do it with love. And I'd love for you to share in the comments below what your 5 were and what your goal is and what's your one thing that you're going to do today to get yourself toward that goal. I'm excited to root you on and just stand with you and support you in your journey because this world needs more people like you. Now look, I'm so proud of you and I'm so honored to be here with you. You are awesome. I know that if you stuck with me this far, you really are a world changer and you really are a dynamic human being, and I thank you for that. We really do need more of you in this world. Take the exercise seriously. Move forward in your day, remembering that these people around you and these interactions around you, they're crying out for love just like you are. And so be that change that you want to see in the world. Be the one that loves others even when they don't seem to be lovable. One of the best things that you can do for yourself starting today is to start to learn to love yourself. It's really hard to love other people and expect them to love you in return if you can't even love yourself. And so I encourage you to check out this mirror work exercise that I've created for you. I have it in the description below, and this exercise is something that is just amazing, and it's really going to help heal your heart from anything that you've dealt with in the past that you may be having a difficult time with. This mirror work exercise will transform your life if you let it. So I encourage you, because you are a world changer and because you are an amazing human being, I know that you're seeking answers and I know that you're seeking healing. So check out that mirror work exercise if you have not done it already, okay? mirrorworkexercise.com or click in the description below. This exercise is only for your benefit. It's totally free and it will pay off in huge returns if you do it. So until we meet again, I ain't got nothing but love for you. Have a beautiful day.